Good morning, YouTube. So I thought today I'm gonna go over a couple of scenarios that I'm watching on Bitcoin, because I see some people talking about how this is similar to 2021 with a deviation above the previous high and then a rollover. And I see some people talking about how this is just the start of a parabola that's gonna go to like 300k or something. And I'm gonna say that kind of like both scenarios are on the table. And so here's the thing, that this could be the first. So I'm gonna just do it like this. So we have our first 3 waves, of course, and I'm thinking that this could be the final 5th. We could be in an overshooting B wave here, similar to back here, and that the next bear market will basically form a some type of flat structure like this. So you get the target for this B wave will be roughly 140k, and then bear market C wave. So that means the next bear market will be very mild compared to all these apocalyptic people who talk about like the worst bear market ever. Now the whole sort of idea behind this is because we are getting close to a weekly cycle low, and looking at the indicators, it just looks like strength is disappearing. So I don't really see how Bitcoin is going to all of a sudden explode before this weekly cycle low. So because right now, like, stochastic is below 50, RSI is broken down, MACD is about to flip red, like it looks very heavy. So I'm thinking best case we chop until the weekly cycle low, and then we get that final squeeze. I believe this will be after the Fed meeting. So this is kind of like my main scenario, which I see most likely now. That we chop into the weekly cycle low, we get one final squeeze to 140k, then roll over into the bear market, and that the bear market will probably bottom somewhere around this level, 70, around, yeah, we can do this. Like so. That's the bear market bottom. And then from there, you're gonna have the next parabola. I haven't seen anyone talk about this as a potential, that the 5-wave impulse is already completed and that we're making a expanded flat correction here. Because the other scenario is that this was the wave 1 of the final 5th. And if that's the case, just get rid of this. Then the target for this 3rd wave is all the way up here. If we're using the log scale, that is. Typically that's most common. But if we're not using the log scale, it's down here. And as you can see, we need a 5-wave impulse up here, which we don't have. We have a 1, 2, And then right now we're already stalling, so this could be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're actually hitting these targets. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So if that's the case, that this is just the wave 1 of the final fifth, then we are right now going to enter the third of the third of the third of the fifth wave. So it should be a very, very strong move going forward. And like the timing of this with the weekly cycles, the Fed meeting, and the fact that it just looks so heavy right now on the indicators. I don't really see how we are going to explode to 200k plus just out of here. So don't think this is a super likely scenario, but it's obviously on the table. I think it's more likely that we chop, get that final push, and then roll over. So for ETH, I'm actually thinking that we might make a small, see here if I can draw a little deviation, like so. I think we make a little push up here, just above the previous all-time high, create some euphoria, and then it's straight back down again into the bear market. So I don't think we're going to see 10k ETH this cycle. I don't really think we're gonna see 8k either. I'm thinking 6,000, maybe 7,000. And I think it's gonna happen fairly soon, actually. Because if you look here, we went up into the previous all-time high. We have sold off right now, retested the previous highs here. And I think we are getting ready for that final, the push above, to create some euphoria. And that's really all it takes. Like, you don't need amazing price discovery to create euphoria. You just need a slight push above all-time high here, and everyone will be screaming like crazy. And in terms of dominance, I think I was looking for a pullback to this level. It looks like we're not gonna get that. I could obviously get one more push up here, but it looks like we are ready to continue down. And I have a couple of ideas on the long term. So the first important interesting area to take profit, of course, is down here in this blue box. I'm gonna paint it green. Now, tether dominance is another important chart to look at for the top. And I'm looking at this area down here, which is a monthly level. This is probably going to be our bull market top. And short term, as long as we don't close the 2-day above this 2-day supply, I think the bottom is in, and we're probably going to continue higher in the market and lower in dominance here. But if this closes above, we're probably going to revisit these highs here. And if these highs are broken, we're probably heading all the way back up to this supply zone here. So But right now it looks very good that we're rejecting off here. So others, I think, let's see here. Yeah, I would say this is probably getting ready for a markup. Thinking we are moving back to all-time highs really soon. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a larger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in an even larger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is going to get us to this 850 target. So I think this pullback here is actually completed. We reached, we pulled back into this daily gap over here, which aligns, I think, with the the 618 fib. So 1, 2 setup, and we're probably ready to go out of here. If we then look at going to look at others to ETH, because this is a very interesting chart as well, especially when it comes to where we are in the cycle in terms of time and timing the top. I don't know what this is. Get that out. So let's do this. So as you can see, last alt season started here, and alts outperformed for about, I believe it was 15 weeks. And you can see how the MACD is similar now. The RSI is even lower. It's never been this low, ever. So if we expect others to outperform ETH by about doubling from here in the coming 15 weeks, we're talking end of November, and that alt season, basically the rotation from ETH into alts is happening right now, and that is why you have this pullback on Ethereum, because this is a rotation into altcoins. And then you're gonna have the manipulation, basically. So if we're going to calculate some, if others is going to outperform ETH by 100%, then ETH is going to do 44% roughly from where we are right now, which would land us, at around 6k. So, oops. So keep that in mind. Don't get caught in euphoria if you hold ETH. Once we get above the previous all-time high, it's kind of dangerous. You've probably seen Ben Cohen talk about this chart, and he talks about it needing to fall another 36%. I don't think it's going to happen. Reason being where we are in the cycle, as well as total 3 up to range highs from here, 130%. against Bitcoin, that is. If we look at where that gets us. So if Bitcoin is going to do, as I told you, going to move up to 140k, that's 23%. So if we add 23% and then 140, there we go. 3 trillion, 2.6 roughly, maybe, yeah. Let's say 100%. That's the 1618265 trillion, which is my bull market target. This is an important level to keep an eye on for total 3, but I think we're going higher simply because of this chart right here. Yeah, I think this is going to be the top on this chart actually. So that is a 90 to 80% move. Outperforming Bitcoin. And yeah, that's roughly 2 trillion on this chart. So yeah, I think most things lines up pretty well right now for this expanding flat idea, that this was the 5th wave, the top, and we're currently in a corrective move, and that Bitcoin is probably going to do something like the move sideways into this cycle low, do a little fake out up to like 140k, and then gonna get 3 legs down here, probably 3 legs up here, and another 3 legs down there. And that's the bear market. And basically this entire move here is the bear market. Probably like that. In an expanded flat. So yeah. And oh shit. We actually have a target here. Damn. 136k end of November, probably. I think I'm pretty confident in saying that the wave count for Bitcoin is complete. It hasn't topped yet. We will get one more squeeze, but overall I think the vast majority of gains is over. We're technically in a bear market because we're in a corrective move. All season is upon us. ETH, be ready for the fake out to 6k, and be prepared for alts to rally against ETH and against Bitcoin. Keep an eye on Tether dominance as well, which should fall another 20 to 30%. And remember the targets. So others 850. That's my bull market target right now. And I think this final squeeze is about to happen right now. So yeah, protect your capital, be prepared, and yeah, have a nice day.